No money.
Jesse, that we have missed that so many times. This game is rigged. What are the odds of missing a 15% chance like 30 times? This is bananas.
Jeffrey.
This game is
Bananas.
Jeffrey, show me the math. Show us the math. Jesse, we're back. I might have said something along the lines of we'd never be back, but that was just in like a moment of passion. Because if we're known for anything, it's that we always complete these games that we start.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
Our other friends have never not completed a game.
we've talked about this before. That's true, though. We do always finish the games.
I don't believe it.
Unless there's a good reason. What game didn't we finish?
I don't know, but I'm sure somebody can tell us.
We'll check right now.
We played 2 episodes of Nier and we didn't finish that.
Yet.
Yeah, it's okay. It's on the back burner. Eventually we'll come back to Nier. I guess anything can be like that if you always put like what's the word? Like a supplication on the end of it. Like like
I mean, okay.
I'm not a millionaire, or I could just say I'm a millionaire, but if everybody's like, oh, like where's all your money? It's like I don't have it.
Listen,
yet.
looking at the games that we've played, Hunter Call the Wild, you can't finish that, but we played it. Like that's.
I'm finished with that game.
Yeah, we finished Cash Crash, we finished Borderlands. We didn't put the episodes up, but we did finish Darksiders Genesis. That did happen.
Somebody out there's like a Darksider Genesis denier. They're like, those guys, they said they played that game. They didn't.
Elden Ring.
We fucking did. Put in the hours in that game.
Elden Ring finished. Hours. Now, Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'd like to say our Henry finished his journey.
Dan, did you see?
I did see. The Butcher of Skalitz is going to return.
How are they making a second game? That's so crazy.
Okay, yeah, let's continue.
And dude, you know what? Totally, I never finished that game when I was playing it.
What are all the buttons?
Of course, we have to. That's Dan's catchphrase. Like, my catchphrase is like, go do one. Dan's catchphrase is, what are the buttons? You got a big rock there. Dude, I watched the trailer. That motherfucker, that bald guy with the mustache that fucked up his family, is in the trailer. And it's like, you didn't fucking kill him in the last game? Like, what the fuck was he doing in the last game if he didn't get around to killing that one dude that, like, fucked up his family?
I think it's safe to say that my Henry killed everyone.
Yeah, well, yeah, he didn't. You fucking drowned an old lady in a pond or some fucking crazy shit.
I only did what needed to be done.
We had that room where we killed like 500 people. So I'm interested to see, like, how could they add on to Henry of Skalitz's story? Like, I don't really know where it could go from where.
Well, no one ever finished that game, though. I'm not saying us, like, no one ever finished that game.
For real. Like, I made it pretty far. Like, I got to the part where you beat the guy that took your sword and, like, I killed that guy. But then, like, after that, it's like, well, what else you gotta do?
You just become a murderer.
Apparently, you don't kill the guy that killed your family, so I don't know what the fucking resolution is there. Here's what I would have done if I was in charge of whatever studio makes that game. Like, I would have had you kill that guy in the last game, and, like, Henry's story's done at that point, because, like, the whole thing is, like, he's such a garbage peasant, he's so bad at everything, but you eventually get better at stuff the more you do it. But, like, so he doesn't really have anywhere to go. Where I would have gone is, like, maybe, like, you could play as, like, a scullery wench or something and, like, try to work your way up.
But I think in this next game, like, Henry's just, like, he's a badass now. You're not a little peasant anymore. Now you're, like, a tough dude. Because, like, you've been through some shit.
Maybe he gets, like, a gun. Like, he gets a gun and a tattoo.
He gets a gun. If they did that, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know that it'd really fit.
He befriends, like, a local beast and eats it and becomes a real beast.
So let's talk about real beast for a minute. I'm glad you brought that up.
We have to talk about real beast.
So you know how, maybe you don't know this, but it's like a meme how in the Beyblades anime, They explain
rip.
certain historical events, like via Beyblade. One of those is Moses parting the Red Sea.
That's not real. You're making this up.
I'm not. Moses parts the Red Sea with the Beyblade. Like, that happens.
Serious? You can't be serious. Tell me this is a lie, Dan.
It's not a lie. It's true, but that's not the important part, just you didn't let me get to that. So
I have to think about this for more time. You just dropped like the biggest revelation I've ever experienced in my life. That's amazing.
I mean, it's pretty standard stuff here. Moses, he parts the Red Sea with a Beyblade. But
Did he say let her rip, and then he just like ripped it into the sea, and God's like tornado of fire like stopped, like it was like the Beyblade itself?
I mean,
the original Beyblade.
I can't answer that. I've never watched it. I don't know all the the ins and outs.
Holy shit.
I'm just
sorry,
saying,
keep going.
If they're doing that, that opens the door for real beast explanations of biblical events, which is a big one we wanted to talk about, which is Noah, the original real beast.
Oh my god.
Noah has every beast because he canonically had like every animal as his friend.
He's like the Gilgamesh of the real beast universe.
Exactly.
Like, he owns every animal.
We were trying to figure out like who created beast law. Was it like a noble lion or some other? It was fucking Noah. Noah created beast law because he's all beasts.
And so like when his son like saw him naked and drunk that one time, like that wasn't the real story. Like he actually saw him like turn into a real beast. And he was like, he was ashamed of that. Like, my father's a beast.
I don't know. I don't know that part. I don't know those parts of the stories. I only had a Cliff Notes Bible.
Well, like Noah was known as like a drunk before he like built the boat, right? Like he was kind of a degenerate, but like that's just that's just the real beast lifestyle. Like when you're a real beast, you don't play by the rules.
We're just gonna die, by the way. I think. Well, we have nothing to heal ourselves with. We got books that maybe they can help us.
I don't know. Maybe this game just isn't tuned properly for like us. Maybe it's tuned for like multiplayer.
I mean, our dudes die so quick. That's the other problem. Like, we have no chance to keep them alive. Their health, like, look at how fast their health is going down. Like, how can I save him?
Yeah. Are you supposed to, like, replay levels to, like, level up this girl? Like, levels we've already done, maybe to get stronger?
I don't know. Am I just shit at the game?
That could be our clickbait title, like the first time Dan's been bad at a game, question mark?
I think I've been bad at... I think, Jesse, I think I've been bad at games we've played before. I've just never been worse than you.
It's like the theory of the bear, like as long as you're faster than the person.
Yeah, yeah. But, so Noah was the original real beast.
And he ate every beast on that boat.
Yes, there were actually 3 of all of them, and he ate the one extra.
Oh,
so there's only 2 when they landed. I'm not gonna take any new items after we invested so much to try to upgrade. Like, I can't give up on that. Like, we gotta keep it going.
God's like, oh, Noah. Put 2 of each kind on the boat. Noah said. Noah's like, I'll do you one better, God. I'll get 3 of them. He's like, oh, that's unnecessary. But Noah, like, he smiles a beastly smile, turns to camera. I have a hunger god, and it can't be filled with just normal food. I need to eat my friends.
Okay, so I was wondering if it was like an accidental first transformation or Noah like intended for this. So you think Noah like knew he didn't like get hungry and eat one of his friends out of desperation?
Oh. No, that's so much better, Dan. That's so much better. Like they're on the boat. Like he brought 3 of each kind because like I don't know. He just like whatever. Because
some animals it's hard to tell what's male and what's female. So like it's best to take a chance and just bring 3 because then you probably will get 1 of each.
Yeah, you don't want to piss off Yahweh. You don't want to piss off the Hebrew God.
Definitely
Like,
not Old Testament God. I can't, let me
but
shoot.
yeah, so in a time of like trial, in like great despair, like, oh, we're out of food, like we're at a hardtack, we're at a salt pork, we have to resort to maybe eating these animals. But like Noah has already become friends with them, like his best friend, like is like a mouse or something that he like loves. And then like do you think he cooks it, or like somebody accidentally cooks his friend and then he eats it?
I think Noah has to be the one to do it, and like he's crying the whole time.
Okay, like I'm sorry, Mr. Peanut. Like we tried so hard, but and then like in the night, like it's like in Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, like he like takes his glasses off and puts them back on. He's like, holy shit, like what's going on? Like why have I become so powerful? And then he fucking, his hair starts growing long. It's like, oh, he's getting claws like Master Splinter, and he's like gets a big tail, and he's like, what's going on?
And then he realizes
power?
it, and then that's why he like becomes addicted to the power. So he starts eating the others to like, I can gain more power to do God's will. And then it all just got out of control.
Yeah, basically like King David was a real beast. Like that's how he killed Goliath. Goliath was also a real beast, but David was still an underdog in the fight, but he was a more agile real beast. It was like a fight of the century.
Interesting.
Like he's got to be a lion, right? Like he befriended the lions in the lion's den. Or is that?
That's Daniel.
No, that's Daniel. That's Daniel.
Daniel was a real beast. I have no one's gonna argue that. But you haven't sold me on David.
David, he's got anybody important in the Bible is a real beast.
Oh yeah, I guess to make our story work. Well, anyone that comes after Noah.
Yeah, anybody that's like important, including Jesus. Jesus was also a real beast.
Well, yeah, but again, Jesus came later. But Adam or Eve, like they can't be real beasts, just because the timeline doesn't make sense.
You know why they call him the Lamb, the Son of God, the Lamb? His beast form was a lamb, but he was very peaceful. Like he was the most peaceful real beast that's ever existed. That's why. Like,
he could have the horns of a ram, but he never used them.
Yeah. Man, there is a part in the Bible that's kind of wild where like Jesus does fight some like pigs. There's like a bunch of pigs, and he like throws them off a cliff with his bare hands. Like that's pretty cool. I'm definitely like misinterpreting that. But...
I mean, it's all an interpretation, right? We're just doing our take on it.
Well, like yeah, all of Revelation is just like real beasts fighting, right? Like there's like a 7-headed beast.
I don't know.
Like
I'm not that part. I'm not good with that part.
Yeah, it gets fucking wild, man. There's like a ton of beasts. There's like a serpent.
My inventory
and,
is
like,
full.
A fucking 7-headed beast with like, you know, all sorts of crazy shit. Revelations is basically just biblical. Like I know I'm about to say something like very intolerant, but like the Bible is basically just like, especially the New Testament is basically just like fan fiction that the apostles wrote about Jesus. But also Revelations is just fan fiction, like actual fan fiction in the Bible. Like, it's just a bunch of fucking... Can you shoot those and blow them up?
No.
No, that sucks.
Only smashing them. Now, I have more real beast news. More beast news.
Okay. Is it more historical events that like are real beast related?
No. I think I might work with a real beast.
Oh no. Like, what are the signs?
So, you know, I feel like in a lot of like kung fu or Eastern inspired things, those like an ancient turtle who's just like a wise turtle, right?
Master Yue.
I mean, yeah, but that's not the only example. Like, and they all kind of have the same look. I work with someone who looks like that. They look like a wise turtle. Like, they're bald, they have a very round head. Their eyebrows only exist as, like, little tufts, as kind of, like, to the side.
Okay, do they have a, like, long neck, particularly?
I mean...
Or maybe a shell?
They don't have the shell. Their neck, it's not, like, so long it'd be weird, but it's long enough that, like, when you look at them, you think, like, this is a turtle real beast. And to add to this, despite the fact that they work with me, my god, Jesse, I have no idea what their job is. They're just kind of there. He's only at work for maybe like half the time, which is really rare in Japan. Typically everyone's at work all the time. But he's oftentimes not at work. And
he's off doing real beast stuff.
I don't know what he's doing. And I never see him do stuff when he's there. And I can look at like his job title and I can read all of the characters, but it doesn't help me understand like what that job actually is. It's just like a really, really weird thing. It's like, okay, I guess this is just him. And he says things all the time. He'll just say like a little one-liner and then kind of like, oh, 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 and then just like laugh and kind of walk away. As if he's imparting like some wisdom that I've yet to understand.
He's a knowledgeable turtle. So like, I guess that's what you get if you eat a turtle. You don't become like super powerful. You just become like very wise and like.
Perhaps, because I don't gain any wisdom from what he says, but I think that's just because I'm not, like, I don't understand it yet. But, like, one day I will. His wisdom will, like, make sense. But for now, he'll say, oh, 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 walk away. And I'm like, what the fuck was that about? Who is this guy?
Dude, you gotta ask him. Or you gotta get close to him and learn his secrets.
But that might be dangerous, because if you found out someone was a real beast, they might not want that to be known. They'll have to take me out.
It's like the Holy Grail War. Like, you'll be like sleeping and you'll look up at your ceiling at night and he'll just be up there like a turtle. Like, you have learned my secrets, Daniel.
And we don't know. I mean, if he's a good real beast, is he a bad real beast?
All real beasts should strive for good. Like Noah wrote the beast law. Like all real beasts should strive to be morally good and just.
But they don't though, because like beasts are beasts at the end of the day. And can you ever trust a beast, Jesse? Even a real beast?
That's the paradox of the real beasts. Like,
because by becoming, they had to become a real beast. You had to eat your best friend.
But only to gain power so that you can save the world.
But, like, can you inherently trust anyone who ate their best friend? Isn't that kind of fucked up?
Yeah, that's the paradox of it all. You gotta have some complicated moral decisions involving real beasts.
But it's hard to say, like, if we can trust these beasts.
There's got to be like in the same line of like just creating plot lines and stories of the real beast. There's got to be a plot line where like a guy became a real beast, but he did not. The animal and him did not have a relationship. They did not like each other or something like that. And that's like the fucked up. Like that is the Agumaya of like the real beast world. Like something happened like that. He shouldn't have been allowed to become a real beast, but he did, and it cursed like the whole whatever.
And you always have characters kind of like that, where it's like it doesn't, like why, like they have some other gift, like some other power that's causing this curse.
Is being a real beast a curse or a blessing? Only time can tell.
I think it depends on the person.
This level is so long.
It is.
I don't remember this level being this long.
Yeah, me neither.
I actually had to Google the fucking Moses Beyblade thing, and you were not lying, because I was hoping to find more like Beyblade related like historical events, but I think that was the only one I found.
Yeah, dude. That's Beyblades.
So, in following their logic, though, are dreidels just the original Beyblade? Like, is
I mean,
that,
they,
like,
they pretty much
lore?
are, yeah.
Like, dude, speaking of Passovers next week.
You gotta have a big party.
Well, do you know how I know this? This is wild. This is the craziest thing that's happened to me this week.
What?
I'm ordering parts for my new PC. I go to get a case, and I kind of forgot it. Dude, I bought everything except for the case, and I was like looking at all my pieces, and I was like, sweet, I can't wait to put this together. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't buy a fucking case.
You're just going for an open air setup.
Yeah, like a super open air setup. But yeah, so I went to look at the cases, and my only options to buy, I'm getting a Fractal North XL. The only options to buy it online were on Newegg, which I don't trust Newegg anymore because they've sold me some garbage fucking products.
No, no, stop. I need to make a correction right here because what you just said was wrong.
What?
The product that you bought on Newegg, which you're upset with them for, you specifically did not buy it from Newegg, shipped from Newegg. You bought it from a third party off of that website, which I told you not to do because it wouldn't work.
What product are you referencing? The controller that didn't work?
There's a controller and just all of the other PC related things that you had issues for way back
Well, I
when.
bought my PC specifically from Corsair.
Well, yeah, that was a whole other problem.
That's a whole, yeah. But I bought a Xbox controller. I guess, yeah, maybe it was from a third party, but still, like, that's fucked. Like, I'm just not buying. I don't think I'm the only one in this position. Like, I think most people don't trust Newegg because they've just been shipping out fucking garbage.
But again, you didn't get anything shipped from Newegg.
Whatever. They're partnered with people who sell garbage. Like,
That I won't deny that, but anything that I've ever had shipped from them that you actually read a review that's like, oh yeah, that's fine, that works.
Whatever. I'm not gonna buy from Newegg. So my only other option was shit, what's it called? I think it's called A&H, something like that. Are you familiar with this?
No, because it's not a company that anyone uses.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you what's wild about it and why nobody uses it. It's what is it called? I'm trying to find it just to be like accurate here. I don't want to slander anybody unrighteously. B&H. It's B&H. And it's like they sell like lots of like cameras and stuff, but they also have like PC products. And so I go to buy it from there. Dan, I put it in my cart and I go to check out, and I'm like, there's no checkout button. Like, I'm trying to check out and it won't let me. I'm like, what is going on? Like, why can't I check out? I look up at the top and there's a big warning at the top that says, it is currently the Jewish Sabbath, so you cannot check out until after the Jewish Sabbath
What,
is
the
over.
website is
like,
Jewish?
Dude, it's crazy. I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay, I get that maybe the people that own the company are Jewish, but like, you
Why
can still
wouldn't the website work?
I can still put in my order, and then you can fill it when you're done with your Sabbath.
Yeah.
But no, I couldn't check out until after the Sabbath, so I had to set a timer today until 10 o'clock or whatever. So
You're out watching for when sundown happens.
Yeah, sunrise, sunset.
Dude, that's
I had to
fucking
wait.
Isn't
it? I thought I was like kind of like I thought maybe I was being insensitive, but then I thought about it a little bit more and I was like, that's wild. That's a really
fucking
weird
nuts,
thing.
dude.
And the whole website won't work at all next week. That's how I knew Passover was coming, because there was another warning that was like, next week, don't even try, because it's the Passover. So don't even try to fucking.
They should go
order
out of
it.
business.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Again, even if
I'm not.
if they just said like we're not gonna check our orders until next week, that's whatever. But the fact, yeah, it's time.
No money.
We have money. Wait a minute. We don't want this. Was it enhanced that we want? Is that the chance-based one? No. Buttons are so confusing sometimes.
That's just a straight upgrade.
Yeah, that ain't
I
right.
mean, we should do that though,
No, no,
right?
no, no,
We should
no, no,
probably
no, no,
upgrade
no, no,
our
no.
shit. Instead of spending all our money gambling to
This
get like
is
a
what
magic
it is.
property.
This is what it
No.
is.
What does it even do for us though?
Fuck.
How about this?
All right, Jeffrey, get the counter ready.
Pressure. This one? Totally no pressure.
No pressure.
Damn
No
it.
money.
Jesse, that we have missed that so many times. This game is fucking rigged. What are the odds of missing a 15% chance like 30 times? This is bananas.
Jeffrey.
This game is fucked.
Bananas.
Jeffrey, show me the math. Show us the math.
You can't handle the truth.
Now we're gonna fucking die to this boss again, and this whole exercise will have been fruitless.
We could have spent our money on upgrading our armor, maybe. And
We
our
can't.
health.
No, we can't. We can't spend our money on upgrading anything because we just have to do that shit.
Dude, she's so tanky.
She
Really
is.
hurts. She a tanky.
And I can't
Motherfucker.
do anything. I just have to fucking take it.
Take it like, take it like the lion you are. The damage isn't terrible right now. But then she gets wild and starts summoning him.
I can't. I'm like fucking stun locked in the corner.
Did you ever play what's it called? Ice Cream Head or
Cuphead?
yeah, that's it. Did you ever play Cuphead?
No.
So I am historically bad at games, but I think my brother-in-law is worse than me at games. But he was actually much better than me at Cuphead, and he carried me through that game because I was so fucking bad at like dodging everything, learning the dual patterns. What killed her like general? That's good.
She summons them constantly. I don't know how you've made it this far and never noticed that.
Well, yeah, I know she brings in more of them, but we killed him for now. It's like that time we had that fucking huge argument in that one game if that one guy stops bringing in new people who can kill them all. We talked about it for like fucking 15 minutes.
In what?
The game with the little girl in the night. There was that boss that we were arguing whether or not if we killed the guys that the one boss summoned, if there was infinite or like.
Oh,
you could,
I don't think we were arguing about that though.
I feel like there was some discrepancy.
I don't remember that. I remember that happening, but I don't think we were fighting. I just think we were trying to figure it out. Not everything has to be an argument, Jesse, to happen.
Oh, Dan, don't even start with me because like I am on the level, but like I'm not trying to like get my personal life involved here. But like you know how I am. I'm very dramatic. I'm very loud, and I don't take everything very seriously. But like Christine grew up in a family that like talks to each other very like nicely and gently. Like usually like there's not a lot of like yelling. So anytime I start getting like irate and like crazy, she thinks like I'm like actually about to like lose my shit and like I'm mad at her. And so I have to explain every time like no, it's not that real. Like I'm just being like a crazy asshole. Like that's just like how I am.
You're just you're just an abusive person.
I mean, I don't think I'm abusive, but like I'm just like she takes me too seriously when I start like raising my voice and like getting like wild. Like maybe like you should be our couples therapist.
I don't
what
see.
sort of advice do you have for this?
This is the problem I think with that, Jesse. And there's a couple times where you have called me to settle a grievance between you and Christine.
Oh yeah, there was a bad one. There was one that it goes down in the record books because I was wrong. I was wrong.
I think though the problem is with a lot of them, she doesn't abide by it. If I end up agreeing with you, I feel like she assumes I'm just taking your side because I'm your friend, which you know is not true.
I know very well it's not true.
But I think that's often the issue. Is she, because of what you were just saying, I don't think she can imagine, well, it's Jesse's friend, so of course he'll say that.
But you will happily side against me if I am in the wrong.
Absolutely. And you're aware of that. So you know if I side with you, you're right, but she typically doesn't.
Man, that one fucking time, this is my grievance. We were playing a board game where you had to keep the fucking cards in a very specific order. You could not change them. And somebody changed them. And I called them out on their bullshit. I was like, you can't do that. And they're like, and then everybody fucking jumped to their fence. Like this is the first time playing. Like, we like just let it go or something. But it had lost me the game because of it. And I was like, no, we should replay that hand or whatever. And then they were like, no, you've lost. Like, you can't complain. Like, you're out of the game. And I was like, I only lost because they fucking changed the order of the cards. And then it became a whole thing, and everybody jumped on me. Like, I was the asshole. I felt like fucking Walter from The Big Lebowski, like, pulling his gun out on the fucking bowling alley. Like, does nobody give a shit about the rules? And it became, like, a whole fucking thing.
I feel you, dude.
Man.
I'm all about the rules. You know, I was with you 100%. You were right.
Ooh, poison.
It doesn't do that much damage, though, unfortunately. But it's something.
Yeah, I can't perceptibly, like, see the health going down. So what's the deal here? Like, we have, like, can we just not die?
No,
Or, like,
I've been using all our healing items, but we're almost out.
Oh, okay, gotcha. This is where it gets fucking crazy. Summoning all the powers. Holy shit.
Absolute Darkness Infinity got me. What does this thing do? Ah! Oh, it's like a little bomb.
The books are so good.
Oh, I'm stun locked. I'm stun locked.
What? How did that not hit her? Yes. How many more of those do we have? Can we just put her in the corner? Is it like a time thing, or is it like a proximity, like it tricks them into running into it?
I think it must be a proximity thing, because it hasn't activated yet.
But like, are they attracted to attacking it?
I don't think so. I think it's just when they get close to it, it blows up.
Get the sword. The owl dagger. I think you got this thing. Dude, the owl dagger is useless. You have to be like kissing her fucking elbow to use the owl dagger.
Oh no.
I had a revelation though this weekend because Christine's parents were in town, and she wanted her dad to play Baldur's Gate 3 because like he used to play like D&D like a lot, like back in the day. Like he used to DM for her when she was younger and stuff, so like he's familiar with like the whole role-playing thing. But something I have just taken for granted my whole life is the ability to know how to use a controller. Like he's never used a controller before, so like it was like I guess I should say like we could have played on her laptop or whatever, but it just seemed easier for me to set up my PS5 to play on there. But I've just taken for granted like knowing how to use a controller my whole life, and explaining how to use a controller to somebody that's never used one is like it's so hard. Like it's so hard. Like the basic thing of like one stick moves you while the other stick moves the fucking camera. It's just so hard to explain that.